I've always wanted you as a wingman. I just don't feel like I'm cool enough to ask you.
To have me as a wingman?
Yeah, I feel like real corny whenever I talk to you. I'm like, Morgan don't like me. I'm a cornball. But if
that's true. But you know,
you are corny. You are very corny.
I was talking to somebody recently, and they told me that I'm the Drake of the Orlando comedy scene. I'm corny.
Oh, bro, that is the most accurate thing I've heard in a minute. I don't think anyone has ever said something so accurate.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to season 2 of Let's Fight About It. This is our second episode. This is the only podcast where explanations are bewildering, resolution is elusive, and honestly, problem solvers are not welcome. I'm Morgan Gallo. I'm your creator. I'm your host. I'm very excited to be mixing it up on season 2 and bringing in new guest performers every single week. So let's meet our guests. We have Ash Cash and we have Deane, both from Orlando. What's going on, guys?
How's it going? What's up? Thank you so much for having us, by the way.
Yeah, what up, what up? Same. Yeah, thanks for having us.
You guys are comedians, I hear.
That's what I try to be. I'm not going to claim it yet. I don't know. I'm not ready.
Oh, no, you can claim the word.
You do the shows every night of the week. How are you not claiming it?
You get paid to do jokes on stage.
I'm a wannabe comedian.
You got imposter syndrome?
Yeah, definitely.
Didn't you just do the improv last night?
I did.
That's as comedian as they come. You think they just let anybody do that?
Now I do. Now that they let me do it. I was like, y'all just let anybody do this.
Also, this is the first time that I think there have been 2 women on Let's Fight About It with one man. So that's big. Women's History Month. I don't know when this airs. It probably won't.
Shout out to the females.
Oh
my God. If you didn't tune in earlier, which you probably didn't because I probably edited it out, is that Kevin likes to refer to women as females. And it's really telling of who his character is, I think, as a person and as a comedian.
I just want to say I love the women. I respect the women. And if you guys don't want to be...
That was easy to not say females, wasn't it?
If you don't want to be called females, just shoot me a little DM with your personal info and your pronouns.
I would rather be called a chick than a female. Would you?
That's personal preference.
Because I feel like...
you know what? I'd rather be called a bitch.
Than a female? Oh my God.
We can't keep up with all of you guys. You can't.
We're all different people. That's the thing.
You've been saying for years, you're not a monolith. Everybody's got different ways of interacting. Some people don't even like it when we say you guys. They're like, oh, I'm not a guy.
Oh, I say you guys all the time.
Oh, yeah, I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
Everyone's different and everybody's got different offense levels.
It's so funny to me because, like, as women, I think the word bitch has been reclaimed over the past few years. Because we call ourselves bitches.
I would never call y'all.
But I would never, unless Nicki Minaj came out and started calling us females, I'd be like, you can never call me a female.
Wow.
It has to be Nicki. It has to be Beyonce. It has to be Rihanna.
How
like one of our gods.
No.
One of our goddesses.
We just don't respect men. That's what it is.
And then you guys want their respect. Yeah. This gender is dope. Man. Y'all are great.
All right. Well, speaking of genders and whatnot, we're going to get into a little game. There was no segue on that. I didn't even put on my turn signal. Okay. We're going to play a game that we all know and love. You've probably played it at a sleepover. It was a favorite of ours in season 1. We're going to play Fuck, Marry, Kill. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. You guys know the premise of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to fuck one. You got to kill one. You got to marry one. All right? Yes, that was the sound of my upstairs neighbor flushing his toilet.
Okay, gotcha.
Every time someone takes a leak upstairs and flushes it, I hear it. And it's one of the only reasons that I'm thinking of killing myself. So this is what we're going to do. Fuck, marry, kill. We're going to go Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. Okay. You got to kill one. You got to fuck one.
I feel like I know yours already for sure.
All right, I'll go. I'm definitely marrying Halloween, fucking Christmas, and killing Thanksgiving.
Oh my God, that was so quick.
Yeah. No, I already have my holidays.
Okay, go back. Give me your list of reasons. What's your argument?
Well, Halloween I would marry because that's definitely my favorite holiday.
Easily the least stable. Easily the least stable.
And the least stable. I'm attracted to unstable people.
Oh, God.
And unstable things.
I love that.
You get to be whatever you want to be. So it's like a different thing. It's interesting every day. So you can marry Halloween, but you're going to be with somebody different every day. And I love that.
Look at this poetry slam happening on the left side of the table.
That is a nasty relationship. That is an unhealthy, toxic ass relationship.
What did you say for
Christmas? Christmas is cool. You get all the nice presents and your family comes around.
Booty
but
call.
like you just want to fuck it and then move on with your life. You don't want any commitments.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And then things, I don't know, fuck. What the fuck
Kill
is Thanksgiving? We don't need that. That's unnecessary.
Well, you're also like not American.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
so
not at all. So I didn't even celebrate. Well, actually, I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving or Halloween when I lived in Jamaica. Like those aren't things that you really do down there. So.
Yeah.
What are you, Jehovah's Witness?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have family. That's
no,
Witness,
Jamaicans just don't fuck with that
Adventist.
shit.
Seventh-day Adventist, if anybody asks.
Wait. So okay. So yeah, I can see Thanksgiving is like if you aren't honestly indoctrinated into the bullshit that Thanksgiving is as an American, it's like why would you celebrate it? Okay.
For sure.
Okay, Kevin, give me your details.
All right, so I definitely want to fuck Halloween.
Okay.
Is that what you said?
One night
No,
stand.
I said marry.
Oh yeah, no, I'm smashing.
I
and
went out of
passing.
order too. I went marry, fucking. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so,
that's fine. I'm not paying attention.
So I'm gonna fuck Halloween. I'm gonna marry Christmas. I feel like Christmas is like a love language. It's giving gifts. It's consistent. It's the same. It's stability.
Christmas is a love language.
Yeah. Christmas is a love language. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm standing in that. I'm doubling down on that. And there's just so much like camaraderie around it. It's like you're building family. There's community. I know that it's going to be there same time every year.
Capitalism.
I love that. Yeah, I need that. And then I gotta just kill Thanksgiving because like why are we celebrating white pilgrimism?
That's true.
Dan, Thanksgiving getting no love on the podcast today.
Turkey's dry as hell. Cranberry sauce
Nobody really likes
super
turkey,
underrated.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it's like, before I say my stance on this subject, I think that there is one red flag of all of the red flags that trumps them all. And I think it is someone who genuinely enjoys Thanksgiving dinner and cannot get enough of it. I think is the biggest red flag. Because think about this. Someone who looks forward to putting their fruit on turkey and green beans in a casserole out of a can.
Yeah.
And basically just sitting around and stuffing your face while pretending to be thankful.
I hate the guys that will do the leftover sandwiches the next day. They just like make a turkey and cranberry.
Oh, and they're
sandwich.
like, "This is I just invented the sickest thing. You guys have never had one of my mom's leftover Thanksgiving hoagies."
Yeah,
Like,
it's fucking gross. Take your ass to Wawa and go sit down. Like we don't need the sandwich.
oh my God, can you imagine the people listening that don't know what Wawa is?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so regional. I'm so regional.
There's this. It's a gas station. It's
a gas station, and it's like a chain. They're kind of all over the country, but super like.
So I'm from Colorado, and when I moved down here, I didn't know what Wawa was. I just thought it was a weird name for a gas station. I'm like, oh, these fucking Southern people can't even spell. They have to name their shit Wawa. And I went in one day, and I realized that it's like.
A cult.
It's like a restaurant. There's like, you can order food. There's like a wall of like coffee machines, Slurpee machines, and that one that does all the million different kinds of soda. Oh my God, that place is magical.
It's dope.
It's magical. Okay.
But it's also like a cult a little bit.
This is what I'm thinking, and this is gonna be an answer that you're already expecting. I'm also gonna marry Halloween because I'm a Scorpio. My birthday is 5 days before Halloween. I am Halloween.
Wow.
Like I came out with a pumpkin wrapped around my head. So
can I ask you a question before you go any further? How long did you shop at Hot Topic growing up?
You know what? I am so disappointed in myself. I never shopped at Hot Topic. And the reason is because I was too scared of what other people thought. That's what it is.
I'm sorry that you missed out.
I was insecure.
That store is there for you.
I couldn't shop there because my mom would have killed me. Like the
yeah,
whole goth
exactly.
thing, like,
which is it's really like not even goth, like especially in like 2005. It was really just like black t-shirts with like a skull and bones.
I
Band
put black
shirts.
nail polish on. One day.
Oh
She
my
freaked out.
God! Yeah.
Band shirts and Nightmare Before Christmas everywhere.
Oh my God, Jack Skellington though, daddy. Okay, anyway.
I shop at Hot Topic now though because I couldn't when I was a kid. Now I shop
right.
there.
Well, and also I will say the whole like Gen Z Y2K fashion movement like coming back
Not the low-rise
is
jeans.
the biggest blessing and curse that I think any of us are experiencing right now. Yeah. Like, you can go into a hot topic and it's now fashionable, whereas 5 years ago people would have been like, oh my god, that's so chuggy. Oh my god, that's so gross.
Chuggy? I've heard that word before. What is that?
It's because I'm chronically online. That's what it is chuggy is the word that Gen Z has decided to use to describe millennials when they're being like corny. Or like it's like you know how we think things are gross from like the 80s, or like if it's like no one would walk around wearing like parachute pants right now. Like we'd be like, ew, that's like corny, that's gross. That's like the word that they use for us.
I wouldn't completely rule it out, but okay.
Also that. I gotta finish this. Okay, so I'm gonna marry Halloween. Honestly,
are we the same?
I mean, I might fuck Christmas. Like I might do. It's the Lord. I'm sure he has something hiding in that pocket of his. Like, I'm sure it's good. Also, Christmas is just like I want to do it, and then the next day I'm over it.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to.
The
I'm
26th
gonna move
is
on.
like you're never still thinking about
the
it.
time between December 26th and January 1st is an alternate dimension that we all travel to once a year.
The Bermuda Triangle of the calendar.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna kill Thanksgiving because again, it's here's the thing, people.
I would
Thanksgiving
probably hate
is
fuck Thanksgiving. Like
maybe that. Yeah, maybe
not
that.
if I had to choose.
Yeah. Get your turkey stuffed a little bit. I don't know. Whatever keeps you happy. Well, I think that's it. I think that's all we can say about Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Halloween, fucking marrying, killing, whatever it is. If you think something different, maybe leave a comment or write in, or I don't know, send a carrier pigeon and tell me what's going on. We'll be right back with our fight for this episode of Let's Fight About It. Welcome back to Let's Fight About It. Today, I think this is a really good argument. This is an argument of the ages, a topic much discussed in our world, and I'm excited to bring it to you guys because I feel like you're going to pick sides very quickly. Today's fight is cats versus dogs.
Wow.
Now, I have like a very small inkling, like I feel like I know what you guys are going to choose, but just shout it out which side you're on.
Cats.
Clearly.
Cats.
Clearly dogs.
Obviously cats.
I just think that women like cats more and men like dogs. Yeah.
Oh, well, shit. Okay. This is what we're going to do. You each are going to get 60 seconds to do an opening argument. Let's go with Ash first. Give me your opening argument. You say cats. What do you got?
Cats are they're better pets. They're not as needy. They don't need as much attention, and they're very self-sufficient. So that's why I prefer cats.
Boo. Trash. Trash.
Okay, Drizzy, what's your argument
that wasn't
for
the
dogs?
argument.
Everything you said is invalid. Dogs, man's best friend. All right, we've coined the phrase. We've raised them. They do things. They serve. They hunt. They work. And on top of that, they're service dogs. They're friends. They're there for you and big times, small times, everything that you need. Big dogs, small dogs, everything. Dogs are so accessible. Yeah. Cats just do kind of like one thing.
Yeah.
They suck.
She goes, yeah.
Well, that's why I love them. Like, dogs are too needy. Like, I feel like a person who likes dogs is a person who doesn't want to work for love. They just want unconditional love without earning it. Whereas a cat, you have to you have to get used to them. They have to get to know you and stuff like that.
You sound like a serial killer. You sound like a psychopath. Who wants to work?
I like it.
Who wants to work and earn love? Isn't that what life is about? No, I don't. I want to be loved. I want to be loved unconditionally. A dog, after a long day, will be there at the door waiting for you, wagging his tail when he sees you. He wants to play with you. He wants to play fetch. He wants to play catch. Like, a cat is gonna look at you and be like, "I'm time for this shit."
Yeah, exactly. They're emotional sluts. That's what dogs are.
Yeah, but there are all different personality types of dogs. There are dogs that like just match their owner's personality. So you might have like an eager dog. You might have like an overly hyperactive dog. But there's also really lazy, like chill, don't bother me type dogs. Like an old, I've been smoking cigarettes in Paris since the 70s as dog. Those dogs exist. You're talking about cats like all cats are one way, but dogs are multifaceted.
No, is this dude using the not all men argument against his own fucking? Is this dude really doing this right now? Okay, so
cats
clearly
not all cats either.
All cats are women.
Clearly, you both are very steeped in your opinions about cats versus dogs. But I do have a few questions here that I want to ask you to really get the ball rolling. Like, let's really dive deep into this shit. Okay.
Who catches balls? Dogs.
Shut up. Okay, this is what we're doing.
You can train a cat to do things.
I know that we already talked about this in a way, but I want to know, like, give me like your dirty details. Who would you rather come home like drunk to? Your cat or your dog?
Easily a dog. You can't even find your cat sometimes. It's like hidden under the bed in your guest bedroom. And like, why? Why are you here? Why are you not near me right now?
Well, that's if it's not your cat. But if it's your cat, they're very loving. That's what I'm saying. You have to build a relationship with a cat. They're not just going to give their love away to anybody else. Like your dog can be your dog, but will still go love on somebody else and stuff like that.
Ooh.
They're not loyal. They're not emotionally loyal.
I'm not
cats are.
So territorial or so insecure that I have a problem with my dog loving somebody else. Do you know this world needs love? The world needs it, right? Everybody is dealing with problems.
You have
Everybody
to earn
has
it.
Problems.
You have to earn it.
My dog, it might give somebody the energy and courage that they need that day that makes their day. A cat is never changing anybody's life.
Yeah, they do.
No.
Cats change
that's a
people's
hard
life.
stance.
Yeah,
That's a hard stance.
That's a bit rough.
I have
Cats change
seen
people's lives.
posts on Facebook and online talking about how when somebody bought a dog or got a dog, it literally changed their personality. It changed who they were. They felt like they had a friend for the first time. I've never seen that with a cat.
I've seen that with cats all the time.
Show me. Yeah. No.
Who are you following?
Like,
who is she following?
Like, I follow cat people all the time. They definitely change their lives. But that's not the point.
I've seen 10 coming of age dog movies in my life. I've seen dog movies about playing sports. I've seen dog movies where I cried my eyes out. Have you
Are
ever
you talking
seen
about
Marley?
crying at Air Bud right now?
I was speaking of Marley and Me, but I also did cry in Air Bud 3. Air Bud 3 was a tearjerker.
Okay,
Don't judge me.
No.
But back to this like question though. Mm-hmm. You just went out with your friends. You had a great night. You're plastered, all right? You get home, you're safe, you open your door. Who would you rather see sitting there? Your cat,
the cat
or your
for
dog?
Sure.
I'm freaking out if I see a cat at the door when I walk in. What kind of psycho serial killer Halloween movie is this that I need to see a cat when I open a door?
Do you think cats are evil, Kevin?
I don't not think that
Are you
they're
afraid
evil.
of them? Is that what it is?
Are you afraid of cats? Is that what's happening?
What is this team up?
There's no team up. I'm just trying to dig into the topic.
You know what? Cats are notoriously associated with like witchcraft and magic and evil
And what's
shit.
wrong with that? Not evil. You put evil in there for no reason.
Yeah,
witchcraft isn't necessarily
you can't dash
evil.
evil on there like
I
a
can't
topping.
dash evil.
Not all
in
witches.
witchcraft.
Not all witches. Okay, there's good witchcraft. Get out of here.
I'm sick of you wicked Salem trial ass hocus pocus ass bitch. Cats are trash. All right, if you spell cats backwards, what do you got? Tass? Yeah, exactly. What is that? It's nothing.
Oh, you're going to say, because dog spells God? Okay.
That's
they're
the
gods
most loosest argument I've ever heard.
I want to hear from Ash. I want you to tell
okay.
me like what's your experience? You're drunk, you come home, you see your cat. What are you guys doing? What's your play date looking like?
We're going to cuddle up. Like I'll pick, because if it's my cat, I can pick her up or him and we can go hang out and watch TV. That's what I love. The dog's going to want to play and like be all in my face, and I'm just like, I don't want all of that when I'm drunk. I just want to chill. And
you
dogs
want all
are
of
chill.
that when you're drunk. I've seen you drunk many times. You want that. You desire that. You need
Hey.
You need that. You love dogs. You love everything about you.
Dog, and they
I love
smell.
dogs.
They smell like dog. That's the other thing. I don't like the smell of dogs.
Oh, okay.
It encompasses the whole place.
Excuse me, I'm gonna put a litter box somewhere and have gravel and shit in my house.
I don't have
at all
litter
times.
boxes with my cats.
Okay,
I let
this
them go
is a
outside, so.
great segue to this very weird question I wrote. Okay, this is I need to know this answer. Okay, and I specifically want to hear from you, okay? If you put a dog's scent and a cat's scent into a candle, which one would smell better?
Cat. Because they're naturally clean. Dogs
Go
just
on.
smell like ass all day. You may essentially be making an ass candle if you made a dog candle.
I feel like no matter what scent you put in there, only white people would buy it. That's fucking gross.
Number one, yes. Number two,
that wasn't the question.
What's wrong
We had to
with
choose.
that? I'm sorry that white people are carrying the candle industry. Look, not all of us have time to go to TJ Maxx and smell 13 candles, but some of us do.
Yeah. It's a personal preference. Also, I think anybody who doesn't like cats has an issue with boundaries, because cats, they'll try to pet a cat for the first time and the cat will be like, eh. And they're like, oh, I don't like cats because they're mean. I was like, yeah, because they don't fucking know you. Like, you just, if someone came up to you and was just like rubbing you down, like, you would get mad too.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Well, maybe they should
gotta
be
get to
covered in
know
such
them.
soft, succulent fur if they didn't want people to fucking
they're
touch
asking.
them.
So
are
you do
saying that?
understand men. So you understand us.
Morgan said the cat was asking for it.
You know
Put that on
what?
record.
What was she
Well,
wearing?
maybe she shouldn't have worn a mini skirt.
Yeah.
Okay? But here's the thing, though. Is it a point for dogs that they are okay with anyone and everyone, that they're very accepting?
Why are you guys putting all dogs in a box? Not all dogs are this super welcoming, accepting animal. Dogs are different. There are different dogs.
Cats are different too.
Yeah.
So are you telling me right now that if you had a dog that you knew and you loved for years, you grew up with them, and then they passed away, that if you had the opportunity to make them into a candle, you wouldn't do it?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I would
So
not
how
make-
far does your love really go, Kevin Deane?
Oh yeah, my love
Seems very conditional.
My love is super fickle, and if that's what determines whether I'm in love or not,
When you adopt a dog, they're like, are you willing to make him a candle in 14 years? Because if not, you're not adopting him.
where do I sign the candle clause? Yeah,
The
I guess
candle
so.
clause.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
here
well
for it.
then let's look at some other questions. Okay, so this is just a matter of fact, but what do you guys think? Do you think that there are more cats or more dogs in the US specifically?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know.
Because if you think
More-
about it, a lot of people own both, but there are a lot of like dog specific activity. Like there's like dog shows.
Dog park.
Are there cat shows?
No.
I don't know.
But are there more cat cafes?
Well, I think there's more cats just because there's more in the wild. Like there's more feral cats like out there. I feel like that
you're
doesn't
not
really happen
wrong.
with a lot of dogs. Like if there's a dog on this
At least in
planet,
the US.
it's spoken for.
Yeah.
In this country, it's spoken for.
Yeah.
Like every dog in this country is spoken
As soon
for.
as
There's no,
as
like,
soon as a white woman
dogs.
drives by that dog, it's getting adopted. There's no
Whereas
way.
cats, they just have their own shit going on in the woods.
That's true. That is true. So you think there's more cats in the
Yeah,
US?
100%.
You think there's like just a bunch of random wild cats just like floating throughout forests, like going through forests?
Also, I think it costs more. I want to say, I don't remember if this is true, but I think they won't allow you to take, it costs more to take a dog home unneutered than it costs to take a cat home unneutered. So if you go to the shelter, you pay more if you want to not get it neutered before they take it home. So I feel like
I
they
wonder
do
why
more of
that
an effort
is.
to not have the dogs reproduce than the cats. I don't know.
Man, they really don't want dogs fucking, do they?
Yeah. Unless
they won't let us
they're
procreate.
controlling it so they can breed them in a certain
Yeah.
way. Which is also why I don't like, well, I guess that's more of a human issue, why I don't like dogs, because they're breeding them to be these things that aren't supposed to exist, and they're uncomfortable. Have you seen the French bulldog? Like, those shits are disgusting.
You know what? I've never
They can't
thought about
breathe.
that. There's not really, I mean, I know there are breeds of cats, obviously, but who the fuck has time to look at the breed of a cat? But also, yeah, when cats like fornicate, they're just making another cat. Whereas like if dogs fornicate, if you get a Great Dane and a Dachshund, you're fucking that gene pool up.
Yeah. I agree.
That's so interesting. You think there are more dogs in the US?
I don't know. I never took like a statistics class on dogs and cats.
Okay, smartass. But if you're sitting here and you're thinking about
What do you think?
I think I see more dogs on a regular basis, but that's also because dogs are outside more often. People have to walk their dogs. A lot of cats are just house cats or inside cats. So I like my inkling would to say there would be more dogs, but I could never really know because I'm not like walking into people in America's houses to see the cats.
What about worldwide? Do you think there are more cats on this planet or dogs?
I would have to wonder what other cultures and countries like pet things are. I'm very Americanized, so I assume.
Well, in China they eat both.
I'm not co-signing that.
Cancel me.
Yeah. This was a good podcast.
It's hard
Oh
to
my
tell.
God. I don't know because there's a lot of like countries where you'll see tourists talk about how there's stray cats everywhere. Like I know in Europe there's a lot of countries that have stray cats, but there's also a lot of like Latin American countries that have dogs running around like
Jamaica
crazy.
has a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
It's actually a funny story. Yeah, we see a lot more stray dogs and very rarely any stray cats. And I want to say a few years ago, some people from Canada came down and rescued all our dogs because they're like, oh, our dogs are being treated badly because we just kind of let them.
Oh, yeah.
So these white people from Canada were just like, you guys aren't treating your dogs good. And they came and like saved all these dogs.
But are they like taken care of?
I don't know. They took them to Canada, and I'm just like,
That's
what about?
your question?
No. I mean like the dogs that are like out, they're stray.
No, they're just stray. They're
but
on their own.
do people like feed them? Do people?
People would probably like throw.
You're part of the problem.
Okay.
Throw like scraps, like, but they're not anybody's.
Well, because
dog.
I always wonder that, like, how do dogs? Because you see these countries that have a large stray dog problem, and I don't know, like, is it because they're just what?
My problem
This
with
is
this whole
investigative journalism.
My problem with this whole conversation that we're having is that white people came to a black country where there's poverty and people are struggling, and they didn't take care of the people. They took care of the dogs, and you're also asking about the dogs. You're
the
also
people,
concerned.
Morgan? What
I
about
have
the
a
people?
feeling that y'all are holding it down. I have a feeling y'all are doing fine.
They're not. No, they need the people need help too.
The people are struggling more so than the fucking dogs. Fuck these dogs. Fuck Canadians and dogs.
Please
No, but
please save Jamaica.
I love the
Like,
dogs. The dogs are great.
Save Jamaica. If you want to support Jamaica in the show notes down below, I'll link it. I'll just link to their government website. I don't even know.
Just watch Cool Runnings. That will
Don't
be
do that.
that's enough. That's enough to give back.
Oh my God, I'm too white to understand that reference. This might be an obvious question, but who do you think is more expensive? Like when you own them, a cat or a dog?
Dog for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think cat?
Yeah. I want to say cats.
Cats?
Okay.
are way more expensive
Okay, list your reasons, sir.
because you're gonna have to replace all of the shit in your house, all the furniture when they scratch it up and destroy it. Cats are notorious for destroying shit.
Not all cats. I've never had that issue with any of my cats doing that. So,
How do you prevent a cat from being a cat?
I don't know because they've just. I've
You've
never
always
had
just
it.
had chill cats?
Yeah. Like they've
Wow,
never
that's
been
so
scratchers.
lucky.
Or if they scratch something, it's not anything. They usually scratch like whatever scratching post I give them.
There's literally a phrase called cat scratch fever that comes from what cats do.
That's a good song. I like that song.
Yeah. They're spreading disease and destroying your shit at all
Dogs
times.
have rabies. What are you talking about?
That was like 1 year in 1962. That doesn't even happen anymore.
Well, what about the fact that you buy so many like accessories for your dogs and maybe not as much for your cats?
That's just a love language again. Like I'm just showing the dog my love. It's a gift.
Yeah, but it's still an expense.
But do you still think cats are more expensive?
I don't really consider that as an expense, and it's also a tax write-off. This dog is a service animal.
I think we need to define what an expense is. You see, when you have, there's this thing called money, and when you spend it, that's an expense. Doesn't matter the reason why you did it. Just did you spend the money on the thing?
I'm not entirely sure how taxes work, but I think I get the money back if the dog works for me.
Oh,
So you own a dog specifically as a tax write-off?
Yeah, well, not specifically, but it is one of the pros of having it. It's a service animal. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a seeing eye dog. I have astigmatism.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What that's so crazy because I've been on the phone with the IRS this entire time. Okay, so this is like what I'm thinking. Okay, so cats and dogs are obviously very different. We've established that here today. Okay. Now, we are Americans. 2 of us are Americans. And we live in a society where we're very used to the idea of cats and dogs being like pets. They're our friends. We see them out. There's cafes filled with them. There's people talking about them online all the time. But let's say we lived in, I don't know, China. Which one do you think, objectively, would taste better?
Wow.
A cat or a dog?
Wow.
Honestly.
Taste or texture? Huh.
I mean, I suppose, I don't know. It depends how you cook it.
I'm going to go with the cat because the cat probably has less muscles. And the less muscular the meat is, the more tender it will be because they're kind of slouching around all day. So I feel like it would be very tender.
Is that really
meat.
how that works?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And then the dogs are probably going to be more gamey.
Wait, so if they don't have anything on their, if they don't have muscles on their, what do they have?
No, I mean like not hard muscles. You know, it's kind of like why like is it veal?
More,
Which
less,
one's baby cow?
less,
Veal?
less bodybuilder muscles, more yoga teacher muscles.
Yeah, like softer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think they'd be more tender. The cats. They'd be like all that.
Okay. I can see that
tender
being an
steak.
argument.
I'd do a nice medium rare cat. Yeah.
Wow.
Medium rare.
As a professional cat eater already, I'm gonna have to go.
I just got that.
I have to go cats on this one too. You know, like
Take your headband off right now. Do it.
you are what you eat. You know.
I hate you so much. Like that is the most annoying thing that could ever possibly be said on this podcast.
Thank you.
Okay. You think dogs would taste better?
No. I think cats would taste better.
Really?
I actually think that we should come up with an idea and find a way that we can implement this and start
the cat.
and get rid of some cats. Like we need to exterminate and get rid of as many cats as we can. And if we could also use it as a food source, we can maybe start feeding some of those homeless, starving people in Jamaica. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Save Jamaica.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a callback. That's what that was.
It's not my first rodeo.
Man, okay. So we've established that we should eat cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody should eat
A
cats.
cat candle would probably smell better.
Disgusting.
I don't know.
I mean,
you
they're
didn't.
both
You didn't do a
disgusting.
lot
You had
to
to choose
defend
one.
your dog candle, bro.
I don't think a dog candle would be great either. Like, I don't want either of them, but I guess you win by default for that. Yeah, cats are.
I always win better.
A cat candle? I've never smelled an animal and was like, yeah, I want to make this an aroma.
Cats don't have a smell though. That's
Which animal would be better to take on vacation?
Easily a dog. Easily a dog.
yeah, definitely. Cats don't like to travel.
Oh, damn. I don't like all this agreeing that's happening
sorry.
lately. This is not what I came here for.
Cats are shit. Cats don't
All right,
travel
calm
well.
down, calm down.
They don't.
They're not
Dogs are the best. They have like kennels and cages for them. They have like whole services at the airport to travel
So
dogs.
you just like entrapping things and carrying them around with you against their will.
The dog wants to go. It's
The
like,
dog does not want to go.
It's
Not
sad
all
and-
dogs, Kevin.
It's sad.
Did
when
you
you're-
ask the dog?
It's sad when you're leaving. It's waiting by the door. It gets excited when it gets in the car. Dogs love all of
I
that.
So you
love
just
that
want
the,
someone to just agree
I
with
love
everything
that
you
the
say.
whole argument has been about consent. like, we are
That's
so,
my whole point.
We are so far like removed away from the idea of consent that we're talking about cats and dogs and how
That's
they
why
like to
men
be
like
loved.
dogs more. 'Cause
Oh man,
they don't want to have to ask for the consent.
Wow.
and it's
Whereas
a lot
cats,
easier.
they have to work up to it, and they're like, nah,
Yeah.
I just want.
Plus, it's a lot
just-
easier to put a roofie in a dog bowl than it is a martini glass.
They'll just eat anything you give them.
I feel like I've been set up here somehow today.
Yes.
you know what?
Answer for the crimes of men.
Here's the thing. Here's the wild thing that I'll be honest with you guys is I grew up with dogs. I didn't get to grow up with cats. My parents were huge like anti-cat people, which I hated because I was like, what's so wrong with cats? And now that I'm older, I kind of want to get a cat. Like I want to get a dog, but when I'm more stable and I have a house with a backyard and they can like live there, I would feel bad having a dog in my apartment, especially in this shithole.
Dogs
you know
need
what I mean?
more.
Yeah, they do.
I just think that
That's why they're more expensive. You have to buy a whole house to have them.
there are certain things that are just like women-esque things, like Panera Bread. I've never had a dude ask me.
Don't say that's a woman thing because that's a white woman thing.
Sure.
Yeah. Don't let me in here.
Also,
Yeah, don't lump her in.
Also, cats are the same way. I feel like I've never seen a dude that was like, "Oh, I gotta have a cat."
I've
I
seen
fe-
many. I've dated dudes that
just have a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have terrible taste in men.
Okay.
That
yeah,
makes
that's true.
that
That's
makes
true.
complete sense to me. If I seen a guy who didn't live with like his family or a wife or a girlfriend and he just had a cat,
You think
fuck
that was
that
weird?
dude.
What?
Fuck that dude.
Oh, that's Kevin's red flag.
Oh man.
Kevin will not date a man that owns a cat by himself.
I will not be friends with a dude who just has cats. What are you doing, bro? Like what?
He likes the cats. He's calm. He's more of a calm person.
You really think it's like a big deal if a guy owns a cat on his own?
I'm judging him. That shit is super suspect. Why do you have a cat? What do you have that cat for? Do you kill people? He's a murderer. He's a psychopath.
What about a woman owning a dog on her own?
Great. That's great.
What about a man owning a dog on his own?
Fantastic. Great idea. Let's do it.
What about a woman owning a cat on her own?
Completely your demographic. You should do that.
Oh, okay.
It's only men. Like if a man owns a dog.
Why are you putting men in the box? I thought you guys were different and stuff.
Not all men.
Like,
yeah, no.
Now you're
There are certain things that men just cannot do. Like men cannot
like own a cat.
like own a cat.
See, you guys are putting restrictions on yourselves.
Men cannot own a cat. They cannot just eat a grilled cheese and tomato bisque soup.
I'm sorry, what did you just call it?
Tomato bisque soup.
It's a biscuit.
Who the fuck calls it tomato bisque? Just call it tomato soup.
That's what it is.
You fancy ass little bitch.
I'm sorry I grew up with some
Why are you
privilege.
trying to be so frivolous over here?
Sorry I grew up with a little bit of
bisque.
All right.
residual income.
All right, this is what I'm gonna say, okay? And this might be a first in Let's Fight About It history, okay? Clearly some good arguments have been made. Clearly a fight has happened, okay? I hope you guys survive this. I really do. But we do have to establish a winner, which is not my favorite part because, to be honest, you guys brought a lot of good points. But this is what I'm going to say. Ash wore a headband that represented her animal without knowing it. So she came in here repping cats from the jump. Didn't even know the topic. And you come in here with this fucking yellow mustard ass cat thinking you're going to win. So by default, cats win. Yay. Ash did an amazing job. Cats over dogs all day, every day. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Fight About It. New episodes every Monday. Stream
Not
the
all
full
cats.
video episode on YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in.